My family called me a holiday parasite in the group chat. I sent them $60,000 in receipts, canceled everything, and said, "Merry Christmas, I'm done." The notification buzzed at 11:47 p.m. I was halfway through a 12-hour hospital shift, feet aching, scrubs stained with someone else's blood, when I accidentally opened a group chat I was never meant to see. And that's when I read the words that changed my life forever. "She's such a holiday parasite. Just keep milking her." So I smiled, because in exactly 12 hours, they were about to lose everything I'd ever given them. If you've ever been the responsible one, the giver, the family ATM, who never gets thanked, only drained, then buckle up, hit like, subscribe, and settle in, because this is one of the most emotionally satisfying revenge stories you'll hear all season. My name is Lily, and for most of my adult life, my family treated me like an invisible credit card with a pulse. I was a nurse, not glamorous, not rich, but stable. The kind of job where you miss birthdays and holidays because someone else is bleeding, dying, or terrified, and you're the one holding their hand. And somehow, that made me the lucky one. It started small. My mom needed help covering groceries one month. My brother needed rent. Just this once, my cousin had a medical emergency. My aunt needed a loan to keep the lights on. Every request came wrapped in guilt. You're the only one we can count on. Family helps family. You make good money. You'll be fine. So I said yes. Again. And again. I paid phone bills. I covered streaming subscriptions. I booked flights so we could all be together for the holidays. I fronted deposits for vacations I barely got to enjoy because I was always working. And every Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthday, I paid and smiled and swallowed the quiet knot growing in my chest, because deep down, I thought that being useful meant being loved. What I didn't know was what they said about me when I wasn't around. The jokes, the eye rolls, the casual cruelty. Apparently, I was boring, too serious, married to my job. And worst of all, she's desperate to feel needed. They weren't wrong, but they didn't deserve to know that. The breaking point came 3 weeks before Christmas. I was exhausted, bone-deep tired, the kind of tired that settles into your spine. I opened my phone during a break, meaning to check my work schedule, and accidentally clicked the wrong group chat. Not the one I was in, the real one. At first, my brain didn't process what I was seeing. My mother's name, my sister Chloe, my brother Mark, aunts, cousins. Then the words snapped into focus. Mom, don't forget to guilt Lily about Christmas dinner. Aunt Denise, she'll pay. She always does. Mark, LOL. She's basically our holiday parasite. Chloe, just cry about bills. Works every time. My hands started shaking. My heart pounded so hard it felt like my ribs might crack. They weren't just ungrateful. They were coordinated. They joked about fake emergencies. They laughed about exaggerating medical bills. They planned who would ask me for money next, like it was a game. And then came the line that shattered something inside me. Mom, as long as she feels needed, she won't leave. I stared at my reflection in the dark phone screen, eyes hollow, jaw clenched, someone I barely recognized. That's when I realized something terrifying. They didn't love me. They managed me. I didn't cry. Not at first. I went back to work, finished my shift, drove home in silence, and then I sat at my kitchen table and started opening my bank statements. 1 year, 2 years, 5. I built a spreadsheet, every transfer, every bill, every loan that was never repaid. When I finally totaled it, $60,000. $60,000. My hands were steady now. That scared me more than the anger. Because when the rage burns off, clarity moves in. I didn't confront them right away. I canceled things, quietly. The phone plans first, then the streaming services, then the shared credit card. I contacted the bank and paid off the remaining loan balances. Not for them, but so I could close them permanently. I rerouted my paycheck, changed passwords, updated beneficiaries, and finally, I drafted one message, attached the spreadsheet. $60,000, itemized, dated, unarguable. Then I hit send. I saw the group chat. Every joke, every lie, every plan. Attached is every dollar I've given you, $60,000. Effective immediately. I am done funding your lives. All services are canceled. All support is over. Merry Christmas. Then I blocked them. Every single one. The fallout was immediate. Voicemails, emails, messages from numbers I didn't recognize. Anger turned to panic real fast, because suddenly, they had to pay their own bills. I didn't hear their voices, but I didn't need to. I could feel the chaos. And for the first time in years, I slept. 2 months later, I moved to Portland. New job, new apartment, new name on my badge. I made friends who never asked me for money. I worked reasonable hours. I laughed again. On Christmas Eve, my co-worker Rachel invited me to her family dinner. There were no demands, no guilt, no jokes at my expense, just warmth. Later that night, one message slipped through from my sister Chloe. An apology, not perfect, but real. Then another from my dad, short, honest, trying. I didn't respond right away, because healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing yourself anyway. Sometimes the hardest revenge isn't hurting them. It's walking away and refusing to be useful to people who never valued you. Freedom has a price, and for me, it was worth every penny. If this story hit close to home, hit like. If you've ever been taken for granted, subscribe for more stories like this. And tell us in the comments, what's the moment you realized you deserved better? Because sometimes, the strongest revenge is choosing peace.